Hello friends, my name is Vineet Arora and you are watching Azure DevOps series. In this session, we are going to see that how we can deploy the Docker image to Azure App Service as a release pipeline. Let me repeat you, as a release pipeline from the release pipeline. Earlier what we have seen, we have deployed it from the build pipeline itself, right? Let me show you this diagram. Here what we have done, we were doing the deployment and build part basically. We were creating the image, we were publishing to the Azure Container Registry, and then we were deploying it to the app service itself from the build pipeline. But now what we will do, we will create a release pipeline, basically one more pipeline that will be different from the build pipeline, and then we will trigger that once we will have the artifact or we will have the image ready that we will be need to push it, right? And the diagram of that is here. This is the diagram. What we will do, uh, we will build, basically we will create the image that will deploy to the container registry. Now we will have the artifact, and then once we will have the artifact, we will trigger the release pipeline, and once this particular release pipeline will get triggered with the help of service connection, we will deploy it to app service. Other than this, we will also see that how we can debug, or in the sense how we can know that which version of image we are going to deploy. We will see it via the log files. We will see that how many ways we can access the log files, right? We can know, okay, what is happening. We have deployed it. Now we will know that what is happening with our image, how it is getting deployed, which version of or which tag, right? Which tag has been deployed to app service. This is all we are going to see. So let's start. Before starting, let me just request you to subscribe my channel, and if you like this video, please like. Thank you. Let's start. Okay, so this is my code which is available, publicly available, and I will provide this link as well in the description section, and you can refer this code, you can fork this code, you can download it, and you can use this code as for your reference, right? So this is the Hello World application which is in Python, and I am using Docker there, and you can use it. Other than this, we have this app service that I have already created, Avon Docker Dev, right? And I have already published this particular image, and how I have published it, you can refer my previous video. Also, you can refer this video as well, in which we will just segregate the task. Okay. So let me show you the Azure DevOps pipeline. We will go to the pipelines here, and here we will go to the CI. Basically, this is, we have two sections. We have the pipelines as well as releases. From the pipeline, generally we do the build, or I can say we will create the image from the code, from the Docker file, and we will publish it to the container registry. Let me show you what we have done till yet. So we were building the image, we were pushing it, and then we were deploying it, right? So now what we will do, we will disable this task. Let me disable this task so that once we will run this pipeline, this will not deploy. This will just publish it. Okay. So let me disable this task as well as this task. Okay. And let me rename this. Ding, 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 ci.yaml. Okay. Docker demo ci.yaml. Okay, and now let me save it. Okay, let me show you what we have deployed. We have deployed this as a 2.0.10. So let me just update this code, update this version for reference, so that we will know that okay, this is the correct version that we have deployed. So what I will do, I will go to the server.py file, and I'm going to change something here. This just for the reference, so that we will be easily know, okay, now the new tag has been deployed, right? So let me edit this. This is all I'm doing in main branch. and let me save it. This will directly commit into the main branch. Okay, so now this is done. What I will do now, I will build it. So let me tell you that this will just build it and this will publish. Okay, and we also need to create a release for this reference, but let me first show you that what exactly is doing. Okay, let me just run it now. I'm using the main branch and running it. Okay, till the time this is running, let me just browse container registry. Avin ACR is a registry name, and what we will do, we will go to repositories. This is the repositories, and here the last tag that was published as 65, and here the now build ID is 66, so our tag will be 66 here. So image has been created, now it is pushing it. Okay, so push done. If we will click here, we will see that okay, the image name is docker hello world flask main hyphen 66. Okay, so let me refresh it. So now you can see our tag name is branch name hyphen 66, right? Main hyphen 66. So now what we will do, we will go to the release. So till now we have just built it. We have not deployed it because I have already shown you, I have disabled those tasks. So now what I will do, I will go to the releases, and here I need to create a release. Okay, so basically I will click on new and new release pipeline. Basically how this release pipeline works. This release pipeline, as I told you, this is separate from the pipeline section, from the build pipeline, and here this will get triggered whenever we have new artifact or something new. We need to trigger it. We can either manually run it or we can trigger it. For example, if we have just created an image from here, let me show you from here. We have just created an image and we have pushed it, and then automatically the release pipeline should run. Okay, so how we will do it? We will do it basically either by publishing some artifact or via triggering, as we have some new image inside the container registry, right? But what we will do in my demonstration, I will show it via the artifact itself, because that's a simple and easy step, and we can easily know that which particular image we are going to push or publish to our app service. We will do it with the help of build ID itself, right? So what we will do here, when we will do this, we need to select a template, right? I have just started it, and here we need to select a template. Let me select Azure App Service Deployment. Let me stage. What I can do, I can give the name as dev. So here I will deploy it to the dev app service, right? So this is done. Now as a next step, what I need to do, I need to add the artifact. I will click here. Once as I will click here, I will have the options. What are the source type, right? So here we have the different source type. We can have either build or we have the source type, right? When we are going to trigger it, we can trigger it as well as Azure Container Registry as well, whenever we have new image, right? So, but what I will do, I will simply do it with the help of build artifact. So I have clicked here, and now I need to select the source. Source as this is my source, docker demo ci.yaml file, right? I will select it. Now let me show you one thing here. It is stating that no version is available for docker demo ci.yaml, or the latest version has no artifact. What we have done till yet, let me show you from here, from the pipeline section. We have just published it. Basically we have pushed it, we have pushed an image, but we need to publish some artifact so that whenever a new artifact will be there, this particular pipeline will get triggered, right? So what I need to do here, I need to add a one more task, that is uh, publish artifact, right? And that task is publish build artifact. I will select it. Now what are the artifact? Basically artifact, you can see any document or any file or anything that you are going to place somewhere, right? So what we are going to do, I am going to place a file, because here we don't have DLL. In generally, without Docker project, what we do, we generally build it and we build the DLL, and once we have the DLL, what we do, we publish all the DLLs that we have created via compilation to this particular location with the help of this particular task. But here we don't have any artifact, we have already published it to Azure Container Registry. So what we will do, we need to select one artifact. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply select this Docker file. You can choose any one, but as a for reference, because this is nothing is going to hamper if I will select this file as a artifact. And now this is the folder. Basically we will have the folder named drop, and inside that we will have a file as Docker file, right? Okay, let me save and queue it now. Okay, till the time this is happening, let me show you the previous log of this particular pipeline. So before this, just 6 minutes ago, I have run this. So let me show you. Here, if you will see that here you have the options to know that is there any artifact which has been published. Here we are getting that one consumed. There is nothing that it has produced, right? But here in our new pipeline or in our new updates, what it will do, it will also produce one artifact, and then we will be able to know from here itself that okay, I have produced some artifact, and once that artifact will be there, we will trigger this pipeline. Okay, so this has been done, and here you can see that we are getting the one published and one consumed, but in our previous one we were just getting one consumed. Okay, so if I will click on the one published, and I will see a drop folder here, and if I will click here, I will know that okay, what I have published here, I have published this Docker file, right? And if I'll click here, this will get downloaded, but I am not going to use that file. This was just for the triggering part. Okay, so here now let's come back to the release section. Let me refresh this so that we will not get this message, because now we have produced some artifact. Okay, I am refreshing this page, reload. Okay, now Azure App Service deployment as a template, stages dev. Okay, now add an artifact, build artifact. I will choose the build pipeline itself. Now you will get you have the different message. Now you are getting the default version that you want to use is the latest, right? And here we have the message that the latest version of this particular build pipeline will be used. So what we will do, basically when this will run, this will download the artifact that has been published via the build pipeline, and we will use that. We generally use that in case of DLL, but here we are not going to use that. We are just used for the triggering part, and now we will go to the container registry to push it. Let me show you. Okay, now I am clicking on add, and this is the trigger section. If you want to have triggering automatically once we have the artifact, what we need to do, we need to enable it. Okay, and if you want to further filter artifact with respect to any branch, you can do from here. I'm not going to do that now. I am just simply going to use the any artifact which will be produced via build pipeline. Okay, So here, now what I will do, I will simply, okay, now I need to choose the job. Here, the template we have chosen as a deploy Azure App Service. But what we need to deploy it, actually, we need to deploy the Azure container. Let me search for Azure container. Azure Web App for container. This task we need to use, right? So I will select this and I will remove this deploy Azure App Service. So I'm going to use Azure Web App for container deploy. Here we need to choose the Azure subscription. Subscription we can choose anyone. Service connection manual or automatic. If you are looking to have that how exactly we can create service connection, please refer to my previous video. I will also provide the link in description section. I'm going to choose this as a manual. App name, now we need to choose that on which particular app service you want to deploy, because I have shown you with respect to dev, so I'm going to choose this. Now here I need to choose the image name. So what exactly the image name I'm going to choose? Okay, so what I will do, I will go to the pipeline section itself and I will refer my previous build pipeline here that I have added it. Sorry, not go to the YAML one. I will go to the classic one. I have already created the YAML example in my previous video. If you want to refer, please refer that. I will also provide the link. Right. So I was talking about classic one. So this is the classic one. Okay. My bad. I have given the different name. I don't need to give the YAML because this is not a YAML one. This is the classic one, right? Let me rename this. Please excuse me for this. Classic, right? Save. Okay, so now what I will do, I will going to show you what exactly the image name we have provided here. So we have provided the image name as avinacr.azure.io/image-repository name and branch name -build id, because in this manner we have pushed it to the container registry, right? If you will go to the push an image and you will find here that this is the image name that we are going to push, and in the same way we are deploying it. So the same image name we need to use it. Control C, right? And here image name is, I have pasted it. Now we are done and let me save it. And okay, let me rename this as well. So demo docker cd, save. Okay. So now we have the two ways to know that how exactly this is working. The one way, we can manually trigger it by the create release. Another way, this will automatically get triggered once we will have the artifact produced via this particular pipeline. Okay. So first example, let me show you as a create release. I have selected this particular release. I'm going to create release and I will select as a dev, and then I'm going to the latest, basically it is showing the last version of this particular source alias. Let me create it. Let's see what will happen. So let me go here and let me click on deploy. Dev is in progress. You will see that this is showing as a ci.yaml, right? So this is just a reference name that it has taken once we were creating it. So now it is going to deploy it on the dev section. Till the time it is doing, let me show you from here itself that I was going to show you. Okay, the version was 2010, right? And let me show you now the app service, and here it is. I'm showing you both side by side, and if I will go to the logs, ding 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 ding, here we have the log stream. I will click here and this will show the latest log that what is happening, right? And now it is downloading the artifact. Once basically what it is doing, let me click on the logs. It is simply going to start. So it will push the image, or it will refer the image to this app service. Once this will refer it, we will have the logs here as well, that this is the new version I'm going to use. And in the same time, we will have the different version that we have updated in our code, right? This still showing 2010. Okay, so let me show you one more thing here. The thing here is this is showing some error, that it is showing that error in retrieving the artifact. So what is the mistake we have done? We have mistake is basically we have renamed our artifact, right? So that's why this is not referring it. So let me just cancel it. Yes, and let me just go to it. And basically this is a learning, or you can say something new that you will know as a live practical, right? Let me edit it once again. Here, let me add the artifact, or I'm going to delete this previous artifact first. Delete, add. What I will do, I will choose this particular name, right? Earlier, because we have renamed it, so that's why it was showing the error. Now I will choose this as a refer. I will click on add. Now this is ready. Let me trigger it, enable this. Now I am doing the same, right? Now I am saving it. Okay. Now I am running it once again. This is just saving. Now I'll click on create release, select on dev. Latest artifact is selected as a classic. Let me create. The list 2 has been created, not deployed. Click on deploy. This is because we don't have any artifact. Let me go to the pipeline once again. Let me run it once again. Run pipeline. Now this will produce the artifact, right? And then this will get triggered. Till the time it is happening, let's see what is going on in the logs. Right here we saw some error failed on this particular time. So this was the showing a previous version, but anyway, okay, we had the link here. Let me click on deploy. I was missing something here. So now there are two things happening. This is the one that I have manually deployed, and this is the one in which image is getting building, right? So because this is in progress, but two things cannot happen at the same time, because I am using the free version, right? So at a particular time only one can run. So this is happening, this is running it. Now this is done. Now this will start. Release is getting started in some time. It has started, right? Let me show you from the one more tab that what is happening here. You will see that now we have the 3 releases. One I have cancelled it, second one I have just run it, and you will see that there is a one more, that is third one, release 3, and this has been automatically triggered once we created the artifact, once we created the build, right? And once this will get completed, this will automatically run. So now these things are in queue. Just try to learn this what is happening here. Okay. So okay. This is our release section that is going on, and here you can refer this. The tag name is main-67, right? 67 is coming because we have built it 2 times, so it is picking the last one. Okay, this is done. Now let me show you the logs of Azure App Service first. Okay, now you can see that this has automatically updated, and you can know that okay, the latest version that has been deployed as main-67. I'm not doing anything. This was just open in front of us as a log stream, right? And we saw that okay, this is downloading the new version and is pushing it, right? Now let me go to this here and let me just refresh it. Okay, we have the new version. Got it? In this way, we saw that how we can deploy it by the release section. Till the time, okay, now let me show you from here itself once again from the Azure DevOps releases section. So we just saw there were 3 releases, 1, 2, 3. Now 3 is going to be happen automatically. I have not done anything, right? And this time we will have the 68. Let's see what was the build ID. Click on logs and yeah, main-68, right? This is done. Now let me just go here, and in some time this will automatically refresh here as well, right? So we will have the image as Docker hello flask main-68. Okay. Sometime it may take some time to refresh here. Okay, let me show you one more thing here till the time it's happening, that how we can know the logs, because sometime it may happen this that we are not getting the latest logs from here, right? What we can do, we have the one more option to check it. Let me show how we can do that. What we will do, we will click on the advanced tools, right? And here inside the advanced tools, what we will do, we will click on go. And to know the deployment status, here you can see that this is we have the different link here. We have the deployment, we have the app settings, right? So what I will do, I will simply click on the bash. You can also click from the deployment as well, right? If you click on the deployment, here you will get the complete log, right? And inside the complete log, you will know that at what time, which basically what had happened, what was when it was last deployed. So you can know everything from here. So what I will do, in the top you can find the build ID 68, right? 68 I was referring, so that has been deployed. Because this is a JSON format, if you want to know that how many deployment has been done here, what you will do, simply click on F12. Once you will click on F12, you will have the dev tool open here. You will click on you already have the network, and what you will do, you will refresh your page, this page, and as a reference, you will get the link here itself, right? Sometime you may find that you are not getting this content here. So what you need to do, you need to click on all. Now click on the deployments, and here this complete JSON file will get passed. You can know that you are getting last 10 deployment, right? So the upper one, the first one is the top one. If you will click here, and you will find the complete log. So this is just parsing it, right? This parsing it in a good way. Here you are just you are not easily refer it, but here you can know. So here you can know, okay, the last one was 68, right? Release ID was 68. So you can easily know, okay, this one was last deployed. And this is what I was referring here. Okay, now it has automatically updated. Let's see what was the latest version. Okay, it is still showing the main 67 itself, right? So sometime it may take some time to reflect the changes here. So that's why, to know that what is the latest version that we had deployed, you can refer it here as well, right? And this is one of the deployment section. We were talking about the logging, debugging in the starting, right? So what we will do, let me show you one more thing here, important thing here. We will click on the bash. Inside the bash, now we are on the home section. What we will do, we will we will do ls. This is the complete command prompt, right? And now you have entered into the app service. You can know, okay, what is there, what is the log file, what is the exact scenario. You can do most of the tasks with respect to logging, right? So here you have the folder of logs, you have the folder of data. So I was talking about the logs, so let me jump to log files, ls. Here you can know that, okay, we have the 2 files, these 2 logs we have available. You can refer, this is it has created as per the dates. So what I will do, I will copy this and I will cat it, paste, enter. So now you will get the complete log, right? So from here we can know that which image which with tag is configured to the app service. So here you can see that the latest one is with 68, right? So this was the way to know the latest version or latest image from the logs. There's a one more way to know or to check the logs. Let me show how we can do that. What we will do, we will go here and we will click on go here, and now we have seen via the bash till now. We have one more option from here. What we will do, we will click on the current Docker log, and here we will have the path, right? So the path, the file name is the same that we have just seen from here. Let me show you from here. This one, right? To 2022 912, right? And this is the complete path. So instead of going with the SSH or bash, what we can do, we can simply copy this path, right? Control C, and we can go to the browser and press enter. So now you can see the complete log here once again, and if you will scroll down, and then you will find the log, right? So there are multiple ways to know the logs. If this happens, like if you are not getting the latest log here, right? Because we saw here we were not getting the latest log. Sometime it happens. Okay. So yes. So we are done with this particular demonstration, that how we can create, let me show you from here, how we can create, how we can split the deployment to the app service from the build pipeline itself, right? So we are done. Let's meet with another video in our next session. Thank you. Bye bye.